Good morning, everybody. Thank you for being here. It's June 16th, Sunday, and we're due for a garden tour. It's been raining all day yesterday and this morning, so I didn't really do much in the garden. Although I went outside to make sure the chickens, the goats are okay. I'm gonna take you along with me. I haven't checked them today yet because the rain just stopped and it's gonna rain again soon. I'm gonna go on this garden here first. As you can see, this part of the garden is not planted, it's all just weeds. Before I can cover them with newspapers, I need to remove the weeds, and I just don't have time yet. On this bed here, I have some kales and lettuces that I transplanted from the high tunnel because there's just too much in the high tunnel right now. There's this cosmos and marigold there, and yeah, the weeds are insane. And these guys, these are all from the sprouted onions that I grew last year. And here is just all leeks here. Bond messed with the garden. I think he's trying to poo here or pee. I hope he's not doing that anymore. There are flowers here too, and this is a nasturtium that I covered just to make sure it doesn't get cold and die because it's sensitive. And these are the onion beds. If you've seen my previous video, these are the onions, and the carrots are sprouting as well. Yeah, these are all the onions. Sunflower there. These are the celeries, and these guys here are the sprouted onions. I'm gonna show you some borage that are growing here that I'm gonna transplant soon. So my borage that I grew, that I grow every year, goes to seed, and the seeds sprouts in the spring or summer. You can see all the borage here. There's more borage there and more borage here, and I'm sure there's gonna be more. Also, there are some on the ground, so you can see there. So I don't have to plant borage. I'm gonna have to weed whack here. Although Philippe doesn't like me to use the weed whacker because it's big and he said it's dangerous. I said I need my own weed whacker. Yeah, all the comfreys are growing like insane. The valerians are all around and growing. The green onions, perennial. These are blackcurrant, and the chives. And the apples are doing well. This is still flowering. Wild basil, more chives that are flowering. I planted some sage and lemon balm over there, and this is from last year, the bee balm. I planted more bee balm here from the seeds I grew this year. It's hard to see if you don't know what you planted around here. I don't see any morels. Some strawberries here are popping up too. The chickens are happy today. All the new growth from the Jerusalem artichokes. Hi guys. I'm gonna have to chop the comfrey soon and make a fertilizer, comfrey fertilizer for my vegetables. This is the raspberry, and yeah, this is the mushroom here. I don't know if that's edible, but we're not gonna take a risk. I'm not sure what that is. I have an identifier app, but I don't trust it. You know, there's more here, more there, and more here. Yeah, they're everywhere. By the way, this side of the orchard are all wildflowers, but this time it's all weeds that are growing. But you will see some flowers soon, like this lupin is so big. Oh, the sun is out. It's so good. Yeah, we didn't get any sun yesterday at all. It's just been wet and rainy and thunderstorm. The garden is so soaked, which is so good. Look at the garlic. It's doing so good. And this is the multiplier onion. It's also growing. Okay, these are the Napa cabbage that I planted. I covered them with this, but the bugs still find its way to the cabbages. So I have to make sure that it's covered. These are the other cabbages, doing good. They are covered. And the corns, oh my gosh, I'm so sad about this. I covered them recently because they're dying. You can see when I planted them, they're looking so healthy. But now, I hope they don't die and continue growing. Because it's been too cold. So maybe this cloth is gonna help. Oh, that's so sad. Even the sunflower here is sad because it's just been too cold. The potatoes are also cold, as you can see. Some leaves are dark from the frost because overnight temperature the other day was like 2 degrees, 1 degree, something like that. I'm not sure if it became -1 or -2, but I'm gonna have to come back here and cut off these brown parts and remove the weeds. Yeah, I hope they're okay down there, but I'm gonna come back and cut those brown leaves. Let's go check the so yesterday or the other day I removed the cover because I want some sun on the bed, but yesterday I had to cover it again because it's been so wet and rainy, and it cannot be so wet, you know. It has to be just moist, so I'm gonna leave it uncovered right now. I hope it's working. I'm not really sure, to be honest with you, but I don't see any mycelium yet. Oh, but you can see that. Look, if I remove some chips here, you can see the mycelium is forming under the chips. Can you see it? Those are all mycelium. Oh, that's so good. So I think it's the same everywhere. If I do that here. Oh yeah. You see? There are. Cover it again later when it rains. I'll bring this in the greenhouse. I'm hoping to plant some more beets in the greenhouse, in pots or in bags. I have a lot of transplanting to do still, and then I'm gonna continue transplanting the rest, whatever's left in the greenhouse. I haven't opened the door yet because it's just been cold, and then open the other door. So yesterday it's been rainy and cold, so I didn't open the door. It's 29 degrees. 29 degrees. Look at that flower. Nasturtiums are flowering. I have more seedlings to transplant, but the tomatoes are doing so good. Can you see all the flowers on the tomatoes? Yeah. Oh my god, look at those. There's strawberries. Oh, it's time to harvest the strawberries. There's more there. I'll probably get more. Oh, this one is what's brown turkey type of fig. Look at that fruit there. Also, I bought lemon from a garden center in the lower mainland as well. So I have lemon and calamondin. Calamondin or calamansi is a Philippine type of lime. It's from the Philippines. So I'm so glad I found one. You can see that it's from the Philippines, but they sell that here in the summer. So I can't wait for it to produce some fruit. And I was able to transplant some melons. I'm gonna have to transfer them on that side. The lemongrass. And this is also an Asian vegetable. It's called chayote. They grow like crazy. And it's climbing. It's gonna climb to the wall all the way to the top. And more tomatoes. The tomatoes are growing so good. I'm gonna have to make sure these are spaced out because they need air. So I'm gonna have to open the door. I think that they need some water now. And so I have two chayote. This is a chayote. Oh, I forgot to show you the bitter melon. I have a bitter melon that I bought as well. It's another Asian vegetable. And these are watermelon. I have all those spots, all watermelon. And these are kabocha squash. Those three are kabocha squash. I don't know why they look sad. Oh, I'm gonna have to open the door. And let's go out from this side. Probably hot in there. And this is a cart that I made I used as a planter. I have some, I can't remember, zinnias or dahlias that I transplanted there. I don't know if they're gonna grow, but I put some bok choy here to flower. Marigold and cosmos there as well. And this is just outside the high tunnel, just a random sunflower, lettuce, onions, bok choy, cosmos, marigold. Yeah, it's just a little patch for random stuff that I want to plant. Oh my gosh, it's been warm here. It's 37 degrees, and as you can see, all the bok choy are now flowering. I'm gonna just put this here. I'm leaving them for now for the bees. I'm gonna have to leave the door open. I have some flowers in the corner, but I'm waiting for the cucumbers to grow so I can transplant them there on that side. So the bok choy, I'm gonna have to remove them today, give them to the chickens, and plant some maybe spinach and carrots here. I have some more cabbages to transplant, so I'm probably gonna have to work on the garden today. More napa, more sunflower, more zinnia. Oh, this is drying. I have to transplant this as well. This is from the seeds I saved from last year. That's perennial green onion. So I have to remove them today, these guys, because the beets are not getting any sun down there. So I'm gonna have to cut these guys today. I transplanted a tomato here, marigold, the lettuces, This pepper is growing so slow, and I have to weed as well. Kale, sunflower, zinnia. I'm gonna have to plant some cucumbers here too once they're ready, and some more tomatoes that's in pots, peppers, more peppers, and these are zucchinis that I planted in pots because I cannot plant any squash outside because I've learned that from last year. I planted all my squash outside and they all died from the frost that we got in July. So no more squash outside. And as you can see, this is my hand. This is Napa cabbage. And this is another Napa cabbage. That's gonna be ready soon. Yeah. I make our own kimchi. So that's why I'm planting a bunch of Napa. The beans are doing well here. The beans that I planted outside died, of course, from the frost. And there are some more lettuces that are hiding there, and some more beets here. These butter crunch lettuces are gonna be ready. We can harvest them anytime. And more peas here. I think I have to make sure they climb onto this one. And this onion is growing so good. I don't know, maybe I'm just gonna let it seed and save the seeds. This pepper is looking sad. I don't know why it's growing so slow. These are cilantros that I planted here. I transplanted, grown from seeds, and transplanted here. I have more here that I have to transplant. More kale. Oh, I'm gonna have to restart this romaine. I don't know why it didn't sprout or germinated. So this lettuce, I can't remember the variety, but I've saved a bunch of seeds from this, I think 2 years ago. And every year I let at least a bunch of them go to seed. So I never run out of seeds of this. I even throw some in the coop so that the chickens have some lettuce. And then Philippe doesn't really like this much, so I'm just growing them for the chickens. They are so easy to grow, these kinds of lettuce. There are more cosmos here that I need to transplant. More kale, more napa that I have to transplant, and more bok choy I have to transplant. And these are the bok choy that I have to remove from here, from this bed as well. Some random marigolds that just germinated here from last year's seeds probably. Another tomato I planted here, and more pepper, kale, and zinnias, and sunflower, and marigold. This is paper daisy, more marigold. This is calendula. I don't know why my calendula is not germinating. I have a bunch of seeds of calendula. This one, and I have two big bags of calendula that I'm trying to germinate, but they're not germinating. I'm not sure why. Anyway, the sun is out and I'm gonna be working on the triangle garden to transplant the napas and the rest of the cabbage and some more flowers. These guys, I'm gonna open this side here so they get some sun. There you go, guys. I'm gonna open this one too so they get more air. Oh, I'm gonna show you what I'm doing, or what I did in the coop, or what I normally do every year. So I have this box with the screen, and I throw a bunch of seed down there, and now they're all sprouted, and the chickens can munch when they grow. I think they're arugula, I'm not sure, I can't remember. I have a bunch of seeds. And this one, so they normally can go around the coop, but I have to close this because I have some seeds that are gonna sprout soon in these pots. And these are for the chickens as well. So I let them grow like crazy and then open the fence and then have them eat all the greens. And I believe I think I planted radishes or arugula, can't remember. Those are all just the seeds that I've been saving over the years. And here I have random lettuces for the chickens as well that I can just give them when and then there's cosmos there too, flowers, more lettuce, flowers, bok choy, and some more random stuff here that I just throw some seeds here like bok choy or whatever. And these are more bok choy and cosmos. Anyway, I'm gonna get my hat and change and start working on the garden. Hello. Hi. Oh man, I was transplanting outside in the greenhouse, and then all of a sudden, look at that. It's just heavy rain and it was hailing for a little bit. I have to run to the tractor to close the windows or the poly. Oh my god. I was not even halfway with my plan in transplanting the rest of the melons. Anyway, maybe while I'm here and while it's raining, I'm gonna remove these bok choys that are flowering or already flowered so I can plant some more beets. But look at that. I'm gonna run to the greenhouse because I didn't cover the soil. Oh. Okay, I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna run to the greenhouse. It's not bad. I mean, it's raining, but I'm wet. And I may have to close this door here for a bit so it doesn't get cold here. So I was able to transplant some of these. I think 5 bags of melons and the rest of the squash. And I have to trim down. I have to cut down some leaves, the bottom leaves of the tomatoes, so there's circulation at the bottom there because there's not enough air. And then I transplanted some more peppers in those bags. I transplanted the fig as well in the big pot because it's gonna stay in the pot in the greenhouse. So it's gonna be here for maybe 3-4 years. Let's see. Transplant these basils beside those big tomato pots. Hopefully the rain stops. I'm not done transplanting. I left the soil open. I have to cover them again. But the rain has stopped. Not completely, but I think it's gonna stop for another few minutes. And then, anyway, I'm gonna have to go back to the high tunnel to remove the bok choy for now. Okay, it's still raining, and I was able to remove all the bok choy that's beside the beets. So now they'll have a lot of sun and continue growing. I'm gonna leave these guys for now, and these are all the bok choys that I removed from the beds And I'm gonna give them to the chickens. Look at those flowers. So beautiful. The chickens love the bok choy. I'm gonna try to give some to the chicks. Not sure if they like it, but we'll give some to them too. And we'll see if they're gonna like it. A bouquet of bok choy. That's lovely. Bouquet. Would you like some of the bouquet? Bok choy bouquet? Okay, I'm gonna leave it with you. Hopefully you like it. Let's see. So I'm back in the high tunnel and I planted the remaining carrots that I have sitting in the Ziploc bag. I still have some left, but I thought I'd plant some here in the high tunnel so the voles won't be able to access them. And I haven't tried growing carrots here, so we'll see how they do. Finished watering the high tunnel and it's so dark outside, as you can see. Oh, there's lightning. And then I still have to go to the greenhouse to close the door and water some of the ones that I transplanted. It's so dark. Oh my god, it's raining so hard. Scared to go back. I'm still here. I don't want to get hit by the lightning. It's so dark in here. I'm still in the greenhouse because I'm scared to go outside. There's lightning and it's not ending. And the rain is so heavy, so I'm just hanging out here with my tomatoes and plants. Maybe I'll eat this strawberry here, but I want to show Philippe the strawberries. I don't think he saw it already. Maybe I'll cut some leaves or some tomato leaves as well while I'm waiting here, but it's so dark, as you can see. But I'm so happy that we have this greenhouse because it's been very cold. If I don't have the greenhouse, we won't be able to grow tomatoes again this year, and also squash, melons, watermelons, peppers, and other sensitive plants that we have. I'm really happy that we're able to use this greenhouse, even though it's a struggle to come here and tend to the plants. But you know, I'm happy, even though it's a challenge, and I'm happy seeing them thriving in the greenhouse. As you can see, all my tomatoes are flowering. Yeah, maybe July we'll be able to harvest our first tomatoes. So exciting. And I'm very excited. Some of the herbs are here. Some of the lemon balm that I planted outside are not doing good. So I'm happy that am able to plant one here in a pot, and some of those rosemaries as well, and some of the marigolds. Some of the flowers that I planted on the raised garden or raised bed garden and the triangle garden didn't survive from the frost. So I made sure I have some in the pots here in the greenhouse. Next time I'll show you my harvest probably. Next tour would be harvesting for sure. In July. We'll see. It's gonna be like this for the next few days. The onions and potatoes and garlic are all okay outside. The carrots not much because it's been cold. And some are surviving. Like the cabbages are kinda having a hard time. And the corns are dying as well, but I covered them with a cloth, so I hope they bounce back. So we'll see. Anyway, I'm gonna go back. It's still raining, but I have to cook. Thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate you all. Thank you for joining me today, and I'll see you next time.